Hey guys, Mr. MMQ here. It's been a while. It's been a while doing anything like this, but yeah, I think it's been about 2 or 3 months. Anyway, yeah, it's branded Despia, branded Bestial, whatever the hell you want to call it. We'll just get straight into it. 3 Albers. You know, mandatory 3. Might as well read the effects while I'm here. If this card is normal or special summoned except during the damage step, you can discard 1 card, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from either field as fusion material, including this card. You cannot use other monsters you control as fusion material, which is alright. You can only use this effect of ours once per turn. So yeah, it's just essentially a way to get a problem monster off the field if obviously it can be affected by things. But yeah, it's not bad for an 1800 beat stick, to be fair. That's level 4. God, I remember the days where 1800 was considered too much. Next up is 3 Aluba. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add a branded spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. If a face-up fusion monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, while this card is in your grave, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, special summon this card, and if you do negate the target monster's effects until the end of this turn, you can only use 1 Aluba, Bajasta of Despia once per effects per turn, and only once that turn. So yeah, it's a really good card. Like, I remember when this first came out, it was like expensive. Same with this one. Played 2 Blazing Cartesia. Did have it at 3 for the 60 card build, but I could never pick up the rest of the cards I needed for the 60 card build, so I just went for the 40. With some of the stuff in here. A lot of people will probably see this deck list and go, "Oh, I won't be running that." But then again, this is my deck list, so I'm running it the way I want. If you control Fallen of Albers, or it is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the main phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon 1 level 8 fusion or higher. 1 level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. During the end phase, if a fusion monster or monsters was sent to your grave this turn, you can add this card from your grave to your hand. You can only use each effect of Blazing Cartesia once per turn. Pretty damn good effect because it's good for recyclable effect. And then we've got the 1 Guiding Quem, because I only managed to pick up the 1. Finally got a reprint, a much needed reprint. And obviously with the ban list that didn't get hit, neither did Sanctifier, so you can probably hazard a guess at what build I'm using. It's always treated as a Dogmatica and Despia monster, which is like fair enough. If this card is normal or special, and you can send 1 Fallen of Albers or 1 card that mentions it from your deck to your grave. If a card or cards leaves the extra deck, except during the damage step, you can target 1 Fallen of Albers or 1 monster that mentions it in your grave, except Guiding Quem the Virtuous, and you can special summon it. You can only use each effect of Guiding Quem the Virtuous once per turn. So yeah, this is Cartesia's, like, I think it's her other form. When, like, in the story, I think it's when the Bestials come into it. I ain't particularly too sure. And then to, like, lead off the others, got Ad. This is probably a lot of people's why is this in here. I just like it for the special summon. Deathspring Tragedy. And then 2 Albion the Shrouded. Abs effect. During the main phase, you can make all monsters currently on the field gain 100 gain attack equal to their own level times 100 until the end of the opponent's turn. If this card is in the hand or field used as fusion material instead of the grave or banish, you can target 1 of your Despia monsters or 1 of your level 8 or higher fusion monsters that is banished or in your grave, except Add. You can special summon it. You can only use each effect of Add once per turn. There's a lot of once per turn effects, obviously, in the game. For fusion, synchro exceeds our link monster with special summon, except during the damage step you can target one effect monster on the field, negate its effects until the end of the turn. If this card is in your hand or field, it uses material. Uses a fusion material and sent to the grave or banish. You can special summon this card. You can only use each effect of Dramaturge once per turn. I just love it for the free special summon if you fusion it off. So not only do you get a fusion once, you also get Dramaturge back. Kind of cool. And then for Tragedy, if this card is sent to the grave or banished by a card effect, you can add one Despian monster from your deck to your hand except Tragedy. You can banish this card from your grave and target one branded spell or trap in your grave, set it onto your field. You can only use one Despian Tragedies effects per turn and only once that turn. To be expected, it's a good card. This card's name becomes Fallen of Albers while on the field or in the grave. If this card is in your hand or grave, you can send one Fallen of Albers, a branded spell trap from your hand to the from your hand or deck to the grave. Apply the following effects based on what you send. If it's from the hand, you special summon this card. If it's from the deck, place this card at the bottom of the deck, and then if you place this card from hand, draw one card. You can only activate the effects once per turn. And then on to probably the more well-known ones. Obviously, Libellion, Saronir, and Magnamort. I was gonna play the whole package with like Jerusalem and what's the other one? Baldric. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have to read off Beezles because everybody knows what they do at this point. Well, yeah, it's a good job Branded didn't actually get hit as much as I thought. Like, only Branded Fusion got hit one. I was just like, oh, that's a pity, but at least Sanctify didn't get hurt. And then for the hand trap of the deck, which I arguably think it's one of the most annoying cards in the deck, because whenever I've drawn it in the games I've played, never been able to use it, so it's like, whatever. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a fusion material monster that mentions Fallen Albers as material cook effect, you can send this card from your hand or face up on the field to the grave and negate that activation. If this card is banished, you can add from your deck to your hand one Fallen Albers or one monster that mentions it, except Mercuria. You can only use each effect of Mercuria once per turn. Like, it's alright, but like, I've never seen any use for it. Like, I've been just tempted to replace it with something else. Next is a Spriggan's Kit. If you have a fusion monster that mentions Albers material on your field or in your grave, I can special summon this card from my hand. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add to your hand one of your branded spell traps that is banished or in your deck or grave. Then place one card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. You can only use each effect of Spriggan's Kit once per turn, which is good. It's a really good card. And then, yeah, we all know what Gimmick Puppet Nightmare does, especially when it's, you know, Sanctifier and that. But yeah, and then one Dark Magician, because I'm running Dragoon in this, because why the hell not? Branded Fusion, we all know what Branded Fusion does. Good card. Shame it's not a 3. Fuck you, Konami. Branded Regained. If a light or dark monster or monsters is banished except during the damage step, you can target one of those monsters, place that monster at the bottom of the deck, and if you do, draw a card. You can only use this effect of Branded Regain once per turn. If your opponent normal special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can target one bestial monster in your grave, special summon it. You can only use this effect of Branded Regained once per chain. Not per turn, per chained. And then, obviously, Branded Opening, good card. Discard to take a Desperate Monster from your deck, and either add it or special it in defense. Also, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion. But funnily enough, I only run that. If a fusion monster or monsters you control will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. You can only use each effect Branded Opening once per turn. Branded Opening was magically expensive for like a few months. Branded in red. Branded Lost. But yeah, obviously this one you add a card back and fusion someone with it. I think everybody knows what Brandeds do at this point. Like, it's been out for what, 4 years? 4.5 years. And this one obviously like branded, yeah, any fusion monster basically their effects can't be negated. I'll just read the damn card. The activation of your cards and effects, including an effect that fusion summons a fusion monster, cannot be negated. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when a monster is fusion summoned this way. If you fusion summon a fusion monster, you can add a Fallen Valbers or one monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect or Branded Lost once per turn. And pretty much this is the last card for the main deck of Branded. I probably will not be reading the side deck stuff, but I'll like, unless it's a card not many people know about, then I will be reading it. Reveal one monster in your hand and send one level 8 fusion monster from your extra deck to the grave with the same type that has 2500 attack or defense. Then you can apply this effect. Discard the reveal monster, and if you do, add one Fallen of Elbers or one monster that lists that card in its text from your deck to your hand. During the end phase, if a fusion monster was sent to your grave this turn, you can add this card from your grave, add it to your hand. You can only use one Branded in High Spirits effect per turn and only once. And now basically for like the staple stuff. Free fusion deployment. 2 triple tactics, 1 call by, 1 dark roller, 2 allure, a gold sack. Like this is like, if you don't know about fusion deployment, you just reveal a fusion monster in your extra deck, and then I think it's either add or special. Yeah, it's either and special summon it from your hand or deck. Yeah, that's basically it. I probably won't read the effects off of the fusions either, because everybody knows what they all do. Like, we all know what Mirror Jade does, we all know what Sanctify does, we all know what Albion does, we all know what Libellion does, we all know Titanclad, we all know Renbrom, we all know what this fucking thing does, along with that and that. Same with Chimera. Same with Dragoon, but I will read off this one because this is a neat. I do like this neat. I do like the card. Light Darkness Dragon Lord. Must be fusion summoned while face up on the field. This card is also dark, so it's light and dark. Attribute once per chain. If a spell or trap or monster effect is activated, quick effect. This card loses exactly 1000 attack and defense, and if you do, negate the activation. If this card its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can target one dragon monster in your grave, special summon it. It's just good. Like, I like it. But a lot of people say to me, oh, that's going to be a crutch for the deck. I'm like, well, I want to try it. Because it seems like a lot of fun to play. And then obviously for the extra deck, we've got Masquerade. My third Blazing Cartesia, we've got 3 Crossout, 3 Droplet, 1 Dark Roller, 1 Allure of Darkness, 1 Regeki, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, two small archfiends, which is better, honestly, than D-Barrier. Because if it, this turn, neither player can special summon monsters with the same card type, which is Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link. Kind of wish Pendulum was included. They already control. If you do not control two or more monsters of the same card type, which is the rest of them, you all the Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Links you control currently control game 500 set. You can only use Archfiends once per turn, and then we have Imperm. But yeah, like, I didn't think there was any point to be reading off the cards that everybody's got. Everyone's already seen. But yeah, this was actually part of my, like, double 200 subscriber videos specials. Obviously, the first one's already been, well, technically the first three, but they're all part of the same video. Which is the Street Fighter 6 one, where I just fought friends and stuff. I was like, thank you for getting me there, and then obviously this is just for my Yu-Gi-Oh side lot. But yeah, I know the video's been a bit quicker. Obviously, there's no point explaining all the cards and most of the cards, because we already know what they do. But yeah, I'll see when the next one, whenever that's going to be, because I at the minute, I don't know with Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Honestly. Like, the sets are kind of mid. Constant dull monsters pandering. Blue Eyes getting yet another structure deck, which it doesn't fucking need. No Neo structure deck, which I'm gonna say under every new structure deck we get until we get it, which we'll probably never get it. So yeah, fuck you, Konami. No Neos reprint still. As Neos fans are holding out for it, but all the collectors are probably gonna collectively cry if it ever happens. It's about, oh, my $700 card's only worth $100 now because it's got a reprint of the same rarity. Well, to the most of the collectors, apart from like one of them, who I dig heavily, like he's chill. Like the rest of them are just kind of assholes. Like, but yeah, that's been the video. Like, sorry for the lack of energy, but like Yu-Gi-Oh's just draining me right now. Oh yeah, I'll see you in the next one.